I'm going to show you how to make a custom brush in Clip Studio Paint the way that I find is the easiest to do it, as I struggled for quite a while today trying to figure it out. Open a new project, window, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to do 512, whatever size you want. And then resolution 72 is fine. If you want to create your own brush, you need to decide where you want it. Like if you're going to, clone a pencil or something like that, or if you want a special effect like a palm tree or something, I don't know. Let's just say you do want a palm tree for some reason. So I'm going to go grab, just for now, I'm going to grab just clip art, just something silhouette. I really don't plan on keeping this. I don't know how free some of this stuff really is, but So let's just say you want to copy this, and this is, for whatever reason, you want a palm tree brush. So we're going to paste this in here. I'm just going to isolate. Let's just say you want this palm tree in the center. Do your usual, isolate it. All right, you're going to isolate we're going to cut that out. Going to delete this layer just for sake of argument to make sure that this tree is by itself. And then we're just going to blow this tree up. It's meant to be a brush, so you want it to be kind of centered, however you want to do it, whatever effect you're going for. And then we don't need this layer, delete that. And then what you're going to do is right click, convert layer, name it to something useful like a palm tree. Go to raster layer, image material, this type here, and then also change the expression color to gray and click on black. Say okay, it'll get rid of the white basically. It'll ignore the white and make it transparent. Once you have that set up, you then need to go to edit, register material, image, and then click for use for brush tip shape down here. And then decide where you want to save it to. And I think illustration and nature is fine. Say okay. So once you have that set up, what you really need to do is decide where you want to put your tree. And since it's a tree, I think I'll put it here. So I'll copy this tree by right clicking. This is the pine tree brush I've already done. So I'm going to duplicate that sub tool. You could do that with any of them, whichever one you want to do it with. See how it says pine tree 2. I'm going to make sure it says palm tree. Vegetation icon. Yeah. That's cool. So say okay. And then now we have the pine tree. So now we're going to click on this little underneath in the palm tree tool property, palm tree here, this little window. There's a icon down here. You're going to click on that little wrench icon. And then you're going to go down from brush size down to brush shape. Underneath brush shape, there's brush tip. You don't actually have to click on that. I'm just showing you where it is. And then see how there's this pine tree here? I'm going to delete this pine tree, but first I'm going to add another. I'm going to click that button to create new, and you're going to search for the palm tree. You click on it. You have to click on it twice and then say okay. And now this can be deleted. It's just deleting it from this brush, so it's not deleting it from memory or from where you saved it. So now you have this palm tree as a little brush. So to try it out, create a new layer, pick up your palm tree. Right now it's black and it's very small. We do a new layer, a new image, just so you can maybe see a bigger picture. Let's say, yeah, let's do something like that. Then you can draw with your palm tree. And then change the color. And because it's a silhouette, you only get one solid color. If it had more detail in it, if it had more gray tones and stuff, then you'll get more effect. So if you want to see that, I could do that as well. Instead of like say this plain black, let's say you find something that's kind of cool. Something with like lines in it like this. Something a little bit more natural or realistic. So this realistic looking palm tree has a lot of different color to it, right? These as well. So if you just take this, you can copy the image. If you just open the image in a new tab, and of course it's got all this Adobe stockness on it. I don't plan on keeping it. I'm just showing it to you. So just copy the image. It's just going to say Adobe everywhere. This tree is fine. It's just the clip art. So for this one, hide that one. You have a new layer here. And again, if you want to make a new brush, you have to copy this image, bring it in here. Oops. Paste it, put it right around there in the center. And then it's easiest to just go here in Clip Studio, as easiest to just click in here somewhere, delete that. And then, if you really want to, You can delete the Adobe stock stuff too, just for the sake of showing you. Oops. Okay. Delete that. And you can also, one of the easier ways to do it too is to select this just to make sure that that's gone. Yeah, that'll work. So then here's where you do the same thing. You right click on the layer, convert it, change it to palm tree real. I don't know. Rasterize, go to image, gray. Now leave black and white. This basically is only worried about this layer, so it should work. So see how black and white's it? So it gives you all that, the gray tones that you need. So then you're going to go and register the material as image, and you have, of course, it still says Adobe and all that stuff on it. If you really want to get rid of that, I'm not telling you to steal from Adobe, okay? Don't do that. I'm just showing you this for purposes of the illustration. Okay, use for brush tip shape. Click this, just decide where you want it. And again, nature makes the most sense. And you just have to make sure that you copy something. Well, I'll just copy this one, duplicate it, call palm tree real. It's okay. And now we just have to switch to the brush shape tip. If we find palm, the real one, okay. And you can see there's color in there, right? And then this, it will alternate between these two unless you tell it otherwise. Like that, we're going to get rid of it. I'm going to close it, and then you can just change the two colors here. Let's say you want like green, a bluish tone or something. And then when you go into, let's just do another big canvas so you can see it. When you do the trees, there we go. You can see how much more detail that has. Let me just make sure that I get rid of all the stuff in the background. Convert layer, it's rasterized. Let's just do it as grayscale for now. Let's rasterize layer. Okay. Actually, I'll leave it as grayscale. Let's do image layer first. Let's try it this way. I think what I was going to end up doing is keeping the color. So let me just brush tip. And this way also, you don't have to change the brush again. You already have a brush that's set up, then you can just change it. And this is the palm tree reel here. We can just switch it to the brush tip over here as palm tree reel. There's a couple of them. Say okay. And then now you can see that that's a real palm tree. And when you go into this illustration over here, you're just painting the same tree over and over. It's just rotating it. That's if you want a realistic looking tree. And if you want to change the colors, that's not going to happen here because it's not grayscaled. But if you do have the other one, yeah, see that's giving you white. Hang on. Going to do convert layer. I'm going to make this a palm tree multi-color just because I'm going to do grayscale. We're going to leave black and white on. I'm going to leave it as image material. Say okay. It grayscales it, and you're going to go over material and image. Same thing. Same old, same old. And then nature. So that's registered. So now I can actually switch just this palm tree reel or this palm tree here and switch the imagery. So let's add another image. Type the word right. Palm. Multicolor. I know it's grayscaled, so we're going to get rid of that one. We just have this palm tree. And then close it. There it goes. For some reason, it wasn't selecting that before. I see. There you go. Now you can have different colored, more intense looking stuff. You just make sure that you have your colors selected as the front. If you only have the back selected and you go to paint, it does that. If you pick the front, then it does the front and the back. That's what the problem was. So, yeah. Hopefully that's useful. Maybe you like it, maybe don't. Look, it looks like a nuclear explosion going off in the background. Look, that's crazy. Anyway, that's a really cool way to get brushes, custom brushes really quickly. I mean, obviously, don't steal people's imagery. I actually am going to delete that. I have no use for that whatsoever. I might make my own palm tree. I actually like to make my own when I do it. So I actually made a pine tree one so I can use it for my comic books so that, as you can see, if we switch it up, green in the front, red in the back. And that's because there's not a whole lot of, see how there's like a fuzziness in it? It's just to kind of create that effect that it's got texture. And yeah, there we go. So when the black in the foreground is selected, it'll give you black sort of as the base, and then the green as a highlight. And if you pick the background color like this, it ignores the foreground color. So that's just something to keep in mind. It's just kind of a quirk of custom texture brushes, and any of these do it too. Like if you see how I selected black, or if I select green, the green will mix. It's got the green tone there. Same thing with this rubble. It's just how the brushes are made. It's, if you want the black to be there, you have to click on it. If not, it's just going to be green. If you click the background color, just something to keep in mind. It's just how just how CSP works. So that is it. And I was trying to make this fast. Hopefully I can. But I think that's pretty cool. It's cool to know. Just make sure that you keep that in mind when you go to click the foreground color. Like if you want your tree to be black and you want this highlight color to be on top, you need to make sure that you pick the black color. At least that's how it is for mine. And then if you switch the colors around, if you do this to green and this to black, when you do this, you're only going to see black when you click on the foreground, black on top of the green. So just something to keep in mind. If you want it to look really dark or whatever, I think it's cool if it's black and then highlighted maybe in a darker green and highlight that black. Very hard to see that. So you want to pick something a little bit more intense. Select the higher green and then pick that black again. And then if you zoom in, you can see it. Maybe a purple or something like that. It's really cool. Not that one. No, let's do it this way. Like a purple, and then put this as black. And then when you zoom in on it, you can see there's like a deep purple in there. Yeah, you just have to know. Be cognizant of that when you're drawing them. Also, here's a bigger picture, so you could see all that little grain comes in with different colors. So hopefully that's useful to somebody. I'm doing that for myself as well, so I can come back to it if I need to. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hit like, comment, subscribe if it was useful. Let everybody know about it, man.